Chapter 100. Isar, with most gladness. And do anoint you to my sister's view. Whether straight I'll lead you. Anth, let vis lepidus not lackey your company. Chapter 50. Ep, noble Antony, not sickenes should detain me. Flourish, exit omnes. Manit inabarbis Agrippa Messinas. Chapter 1000. Ec, welcome from Egypt, sir. Eno, half the heart of Caesar, worthy Messinas, my honorable friend Agrippa. Agri, good inabarbis. Chapter 1000. S, we ha cause to be glad that matters are so. Well digested, you stayed well bite in Egypt. Enob, I sir, we did sleep day out of countenance, and made the night light with drinking. Chapter 1000. S, 8 wild boars roasted whole at a breakfast, and but 12 persons there. Is this true? Eno, this was but as a fly by an eagle. We had much more monstrous matter of feast, which worthily deserved noting. Chapter 1000. Aeneas, she's a most triumphant lady, if report be square to her. Enob, when she first met Mark Antony, she pursed. Chapter 5. P his heart vipon the rewer of Sydney's. Agri, there she appeared indeed, or my reporter duised. Well for her. Eno, I will tell you. The barge she sat in, like a burnished throne. Burnt on the water, the poop was beaten gold. Purple the sails, and so perfumed that the winds were louse-sick. With them the oars were silver, which to the tune of flutes kept stroke, and made the water which they beat to follow faster, as amorous of their strokes, for her own person. Chapter 1. Tea beggared all description, she did lie. Chapter 1. And her poilion cloth of gold of tissue. A repicturing that Venus, where we see the fancy outwork nature, on each side her stood pretty dimpled boys, like smiling cupids, with dewars coolered fans whose wind did seem to glow the delicate cheeks which they did cool. And what they vien did. Agrip, O rare for Antony. Eno, her gentlewoman like the Nereids. So many mermaids tended her thighs, and made their bends adornings, at the helmy. A seeming mermaid steers, the silken tackle, swell with the touches of those flower-soft hands that yearly frame the office, from the barge. A strange, inusable perfume hits the sense of the adjacent wharfs, the city cast. Her people out vipon her, and Antony, enthroned i'th marketplace, did sit alone, whistling toth air, which but for vacancy had gone to gaze on Cleopatra too, and made a gap in nature. Agri, rare Egyptian. Eno, vipon her landing, Antony sent to her. Chapter 1. Nuited her to supper, she replied. Chapter 1. Tea should be better, he became her guest, which she entreated, our courteous Antony, whom near the word of no woman hard speak, being barbered 10 times a re, goes to the feast, and for his ordinary, pays his heart, for what his eyes eat onely. Agri, royal wench. She made great Caesar lay his sword to bed. He ploughed her, and she cropped. Eno, I saw her once hop 40 paces through the public street, and hoeing lost her breath, she spoke and panted, that she did make defect, perfection, and breathless power breath forth. Chapter 1000. S, now Antony must low her vt turly. Eno, newer he will not. Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale. Her infinite variety, other women cloy. The appetites they feed, but she makes hungry. Where most she satisfies, for vildest things become themselves in her, that the holy priests bless her when she is riggish. Chapter 1000. S, if beauty wisdom modesty can settle the heart of Antony, Octoia is a blessed lottery to him. Agrip, let vis go, good inabarbis make yourself. Chapter 1000. Why guest, whilst you abide here? Eno, humbly sir I thank you. Exeunt. Enter Antony, Caesar, Octaia between them. Anth, the world and my great office will sometimes dew-eyed me from your bosom. Octa, all which time before the gods my knee shall bow my prayers to them for you. Anth, good night, sir, my Octaia. Read not my blemishes in the world's report. Chapter 1. Ha not kept my square, but that to come shall all be done by th rule. Good night, dear lady. Good night, sir. Chapter 100. Isar, good night. Enter soothsayer. Anth, now Sirrah, you do wish yourself in Egypt. Sooth, would I had newer come from thence, nor you thither. Ant, if you can your reason. Sooth, I see it in my motion, heart not in my tongue. But yet hie you to Egypt again. Antho, say to me, whose fortunes shall rise higher. Chapter 100. Isar's or mine? Sooth, Caesar's. Therefore, O Antony, stay not by his side. Thy demon that thy spirit which keeps thee is noble, courageous, high vien matchable. Where Caesar's is not, but near him thy angel becomes a fear, as being a repowered therefore. Chapter 1000. Ache space enough between you. Anth, speak this no more. Sooth, to none but thee no more, but when to thee. Chapter 1. If thou dost play with him at any game, thou art sure to lose, and of that natural luck. He beats thee 'gainst the odds, thy lustre thickens. When he shines by, I say again thy spirit. Chapter 1. S all afraid to gower thee near him, but he alway 'tis noble. Anth, get thee gone. Say to Ventigius, I would speak with him. Enter. He shall to Parthia, be it art or hap. He hath spoken true, the very dice obey him. And in our sports my better cunning faints. Chapter 5. Ender his chance, if we draw lots he speeds. His cocks do win the battle, still of mine. When it is all to naught, and his quails ewer beat mine and hooped at odds, I will to Egypt. And though I make this marriage for my peace. Chapter 1. Th east my pleasure lies, O come Ventigius. Enter Ventigius. You must to Parthia, your commission's ready. Follow me, and receive. Exeunt. Enter Lepidus, Maecenas and Agrippa. Chapter 50. Epidus, trouble yourselves no further, pray you. Hasten your generals after. Agar, Sir Mark Antony will end but kiss Octaia, and we'll follow. Chapter 50. Epi, till I shall see you in your soldier's dress, which will become you both. Farewell. Chapter 1000. We shall, as I can see you the nigh be at. Chapter 1000. Out before you Lepidus. Chapter 50. Epi, your way is shorter, my purposes do draw me. Chapter 1000. Uch about, you'll in 2 days vpon me. Both, sir, good success. Chapter 50. Epi, farewell. Exeunt. Enter Cleopatra, Charmian, Eras, and Alexas. Chapter 150. Io, give me some music, moody food. Of verses that trade in Lao. Omnes, the music hoa. Enter Mardian the eunuch. Chapter 150. Io, let it alone, let's to billiards, come Charmian. Chapter 100. Har, my arm is sore, best play with Mardian. Chapter 150. Iapa, as well a woman with an eunuch played as with a woman, come you'll play with me, sir. Chapter 1000. Artie, as well as I can, madam. Chapter 150. Io, and when goodwill is showed, tho't come to short. The actor may plead pardon, I'll none now. Give me mine angle, we'll toth you were there. Chapter 1000. Why music playing far off, I will betray. Tawny fine fishes, my bended hook shall pierce their slimy eyes, and as I draw them VP. Chapter 49. Think them Uri one and Antony. And say, aha, you're caught. Chapter 100. Har, 'Twas merry when you wagered on your angling, when your D-word did hang a salt fish on his hook, which he with fervency drew VP. Chapter 150, Eo, that time, O times. Chapter 1, laughed him out of patience, and that night. Chapter 1, laughed him into patience, and next morn. Ere the 9th hour, I drunk him to his bed. Then put my tires and mantles on him, whilst. Chapter 1, wore his sword Philippan, O from Italy. Enter a messenger. Ram thou thy fruitful tidings in mine ears. That long time ha been barren. Chapter 1000, Ease, Madam, Madam. Chapter 150, Eo, Antony O's dead. Chapter 1, if thou say so villain, thou kill'st thy mistress. But well and free, if thou so yield him. There is gold, and here. Chapter 1000, why bluest veins to kiss, a hand that kings. Ha lipped and trembled kissing. Chapter 1000, Ease, first madam he is well. Chapter 150, Eo, why there's more gold. But Sirrah Mark, we vsc. To say the dead are well, bring it to that. The gold I gu thee, will I melt and power. Chapter 500, own thy ill vt-turring throat. Chapter 1000, Ease, good madam hear me. Chapter 150, Eo, well go to I will. But there's no goodness in thy face if Antony. Be free and healthful, so tart afore. To trumpet such good tidings, if not well. Thou shouldst come like a fury crowned with snakes. Not like a formal man. Chapter 1000, Ease, wilt please you hear me. Chapter 150, Eo, I ha a mind to strike thee ere thou speak'st. Yet if thou say Antony Leus, 'tis well. Or friends with Caesar, or not capped you to him. Chapter 49, E set thee in a shower of gold and hail. Rich pearls vipon thee. Chapter 1000, Ease, madam he's well. Chapter 150, Eo, well said. Chapter 1000, Ease, and friends with Caesar. Chapter 150, Eo, th an honest man. Chapter 1000, Ease, Caesar and he are greater friends than you are. Chapter 150, Eo, make thee a fortune from me. Chapter 1000, Ease, but yet madam. Chapter 150, Eo, I do not like but yet it does allay. The good precedence, 5 vpon but yet. But yet is as a isler to bring forth. Some monstrous malefactor, prithee friend. Power out the packy of matter to mine ear. The good and bad together, he's friends with Caesar. Chapter 1, in state of health thou sayest, and thou sayest, free. Chapter 1000, Ease, free madam no, I made no such report. He's bound vientio octoia. Chapter 150, Eo, for what good turn? Chapter 1000, Ease, for the best turn I'th bed. Chapter 150, Eo, I am pale Charmian. Chapter 1000, Ease, madam he's married to Octoia. Chapter 150, Eo, the most infectious pestilence vpon thee. Strikes him down. Chapter 1000, Ease, good madam patience. Chapter 150, Eo, what say you? Strikes him. Hence horrible villain, or I'll spurn thine eyes. Chapter 51, key balls before me, I'll hair thy head. She hails him VP and down. Thou shalt be whipped with wire, and stewed in brine. Smarting and lingering pickle. Chapter 1000, Ease, gracious madam. Chapter 1, that do bring the news made not the match. Chapter 150, Eo, say 'tis not so, a pruence I will gu thee. And make thy fortunes proud, the blow thou hadst shall make thy peace, for mooing me to rage. And I will boot thee with what gift beside thy modesty can beg. Chapter 1000, Ease, he's married madam. Chapter 150, Eo, rogue, thou hast lewd too long. Chapter 500, raw a knife. Chapter 1000. Ease. Nay, then I'll run. What mean you, madam? I ha made no fault. Enter. Chapter 100. Har. Good madam, keep yourself within yourself. The man is innocent. Chapter 150. Eo. Some innocents scape not the thunderbolt. Chapter 1000. Elt Egypt into Nile, and kindly creatures. Turn all to serpents, call the slaw again. Though I am mad, I will not bite him, call. Chapter 100. Har, he is afeard to come. Chapter 150. Eo, I will not hurt him. These hands do lackey nobility, that they strike. A meaner than myself, since I myself. Ha genuine myself the cause, come hither, sir. Enter the messenger again. Though it be honest, it is new or good. To bring bad news, Giu to a gracious message. An host of tongues, but let ill tidings tell. Themselves, when they be felt. Chapter 1000. Ease, I ha done my duty. Chapter 150. Eo, is he married? Chapter 1. Cannot hate thee worser than I do. Chapter 1. If thou again say yes. Chapter 1000. Ease, he's married, madam. Chapter 150. Eo, the gods confound thee. Chapter 500. Us thou hold there still. Chapter 1000. Ease, should I lie, madam? Chapter 150. Eo, oh, I would thou didst. So half my Egypt were submerged and made a cistern for scald snakes. Go get thee hence. Hadst he thou Narcissus in thy face to me, thou wouldst he appear most vigli. He is married. Chapter 1000. Ease, I cry your highness pardon. Chapter 150. Eo, he is married. Chapter 1000. Ease, take no offense that I would not offend you. To punish me for what you make me do. Seems much veen equal, he's married to Octoya. Chapter 150. Eo, oh that his fault should make a gnaw of thee. That art not what th art sure of, get thee hence. The merchandise, which thou hast brought from Rome, are all too dear for me. Chapter 50. Ye they ve pawn thy hand, and be vendone by M. Chapter 100. Har, good your highness patience. Chapter 150. Eo, in praising Antony I ha dispraised Caesar. Chapter 100. Har, many times madam. Chapter 150. Eo, I am paid for't now, lead me from hence. Chapter 1. Faint, O eras Charmian, tease no matter. Go to the fellow, good Alexis bid him. Report the feature of Octoya, her years. Her inclination, let him not low out. The color of her hair, bring me word quickly. Chapter 50. Et him for you or go, let him not Charmian. Though he be painted one way like a Gorgon, the other ways a Mars, bid you Alexis. Bring me word how tall she is, pity me Charmian. But do not speak to me, lead me to my chamber. Exeunt. Flourish, enter Pompey at one door with drum and trumpet, at another. Chapter 100. Isar, Lepidus, Antony, Enobarbus, Maecenas, Agrippa, Minas. With soldiers. Chapter 1000. Arching. Pom, your hostages I haw, so haw you mine. And we shall talk before we fight. Chapter 100. Isar, most meet that first we come to words. And therefore haw we our written purposes before these sent. Which if thou hast considered, let these know. Chapter 1. F. Twill tie VP thy discontented sword, and carry baccy to Sicily much tall youth. That else must perish here. Pom, to you all three. The senators alone of this great world. Chapter 100. He factors for the gods, I do not know. Wherefore my father should ruingers want. Hoing a son and friends, since a Julius Caesar, who at Philippi the good Brutus ghosted. There saw you laboring for him, what wast? That mood pale Cassius to conspire, and what? Chapter 1000. Ade all honored, honest, Romain Brutus. With the armed rest, courtiers of beauteous freedom. To drench the capital, but that they would. Ha one man but a man, and that his it. Hath made me rig my noy, at whose burthen the angered ocean foams, with which I meant to scourge ingratitude that despiteful Rome. Chapter 100, asked on my noble father. Chapter 100, Isar, take your time. Ant, thou canst not fear versus Pompey with thy sails. We'll speak with thee at sea, at land thou know'st he. How much we do a recount thee. Pom, at land indeed. Thou dost o'ercount me of my father's house. But since the cuckoo builds not for himself, remain int as thou mayest. Chapter 50, Epi, be pleased to tell these. For this is from the present how you take the offers we ha sent you. Chapter 100, Isar, there's the point. Ant, which do not be entreated to, but weigh what it is worth in bract. Chapter 100, Isar, and what may follow to try a larger fortune. Pom, you ha made me offer of Sicily, Sardinia, and I must rid all the sea of Purets, then to send. Chapter 1000, Easures of wheat to Rome, this greed vipon. To part with v unhacked edges, and bare backy. Our targes v undinted. Omnes, that's our offer. Pom, know then I came before you here. A man prepared to take this offer, but mark Antony put me to some impatience, though I lose the praise of it by telling, you must know. When Caesar and your brother were at blows, your mother came to Sicily, and did find her welcome friendly. Ant, I ha heard at Pompey, and am well studied for a liberal thanks, which I do owe you. Pom, let me ha your hand. Chapter 1, did not think, sir, to ha met you here. Ant, the beds i'th east are soft, and thanks to you. That called me timelier than my purpose hither, for I ha gained bite. Chapter 100, Isar, since I saw you last, there's a change vipon you. Pom, well I know not what counts harsh fortune casts vipon my face, but in my bosom shall she newer come, to make my heart her vassal. Chapter 50, Ep, well met here. Pom, I hope so Lepidus, thus we are agreed. Chapter 1, Craw our composition may be written and sealed between V's. Chapter 100, Isar, that's the next to do. Pom, we'll feast each other ere we part, and let's. Chapter 500, Raw lots who shall begin. Ant, that will I Pompey. Pompey, no Antony take the lot, but first or last your fine Egyptian cookery shall ha the fame. I ha heard that Iulius Caesar grew fat with feasting there. Anth, you ha heard much. Pom, I ha fair meaning, sir. Ant, and fair words to them. Pom, then so much ha I heard. And I ha heard Apollodorus carried. Eno, no more that, he did so. Pom, what I pray you. Eno, a certain queen to Caesar in a mattress. Pom, I know thee now how farsty thou soldier. Eno, well and well am like to do, for I pursee you. 4 feasts are toward. Pom, let me shake thy hand. Chapter 1, knew or hated thee, I ha seen thee fight. When I ha anighed thy behoyer. Enob, sir, I nor lewd you much, but I ha praised ye. When you ha well deserved 10 times as much as I ha said you did. Pom, in I thy plainness. Chapter 1, nothing ill becomes thee. Aboard my galley, I knew it you all. Will you lead lords? All, shows the way, sir. Pom, come. Exeunt, man at Enob and Minas. Chapter 1000, N, thy father Pompey would near ha made this treaty, you and I ha known, sir. Enob, at sea I think. Chapter 1000, N, we ha, sir. Enob, you ha done well by water. Chapter 1000, N, and you by land. Enob, I will praise any man that will praise me. Thog it cannot be denied what I ha done by land. Chapter 1000. N. Nor what I ha done by water. Enob. Yes, something you can deny for your own safety. You ha been a great thief by sea. Chapter 1000. N. And you by land. Enob. There I deny my land Sarawis. But giu me your hand Minas, if our eyes had authority, here they might take two theus kissing. Chapter 1000. N. All men's faces are true, whatsoever their hands are. Enob. But there is newer a fair woman has a true face. Chapter 1000. N. No slander they steal hearts. Enob. We came hither to fight with you. Chapter 1000. N. For my part, I am sorry it is turned to a drinking. Pompey doth this day laugh away his fortune. Enob. If he do, sure he cannot weep baccy again. Chapter 1000. N. Yaha said, sir, we look not for Mark Antony. Here, pray you, is he married to Cleopatra? Enob. Caesar's sister is called Octoia. Chapter 1000. N. True, sir, she was the wife of Caius Marcellus. Enob. But she is now the wife of Marcus Anthonius. Chapter 1000. N. Pray, sir. Enob. 'Tis true. Chapter 1000. N. Then is Caesar and he, for you're knit together. Enob. If I were bound to Diuine of this vanity, I wold not prophecy so. Chapter 1000. N. I think the policy of that purpose made more. Chapter 1. And the marriage than the low of the parties. Enob. I think so too. But you shall find the band that seems to tie their friendship together will be the very strangler of their amity. Octoia is of a holy, cold, and still canoeisation. Chapter 1000. N. Who would not ha his wife so? Eno. Not he that himself is not so, which is Mark Antony. He will to his Egyptian dish again. Then shall the size of Octoia blow the fire VP in Caesar, and as I said before, that which is the strength of their amity shall prow the immediate author of their variance. Antony will VSC his affection where it is. He married but his occasion here. Chapter 1000. N. And thus it may be, come sir, will you aboard? Chapter 1. Ha health for you. Enob. I shall take it, sir. We ha VS'd our throats in Egypt. Chapter 1000. N. Come, let's away. Exeunt. Chapter 1000. Music plays. Enter 2 or 3 Saroants with a banquet. One here thale be man. Some o' their plants are ill-rooted already. The least wind i'th world will blow them down. 2 Lepidus is high cooler, they ha made him drink, almas drink. 2 As they pinch one another by the disposition, he cries out no more, reconciles them to his entreaty, and himself doth drink. 1 But it raises the greater war between him and his discretion. 2 Why this it is to ha a name in great men's fellowship. I had as liu ha a reed that will do me no Sarawis, as a partisan I could not hoe. 1 To be called into a huge sphere, and not to be seen to moo int, are the holes where eyes should be, which pitifully disaster the cheeks. A senate sounded. Enter Caesar, Antony, Pompey, Lepidus. Agrippa. Chapter 1000. Aeneas, Enobarbus, Menes with other captains. Ant, thus do they, sir, they take the flow o'th Nile. By certain scales o'th pyramid, they know. By'th height the lowness or the mean, if dearth or foison follow, the higher Nilus swells. The more it promises, as it ebbs the seedsman. Chapter 5. Pon the slime and ooze scatters his grain, and shortly comes to Harust. Chapter 50. Ep, Yaha strange serpents there. Anth, I Lepidus. Chapter 50. Ep, your serpent of Egypt is bred now of your mud. By the operation of your son, so is your crocodile. Ant, they are so. Palm sit in some wine, a health to Lepidus. Chapter 50. Ep, I am not so well as I should be, but I'll near out. Enob, not till you ha slept, I fear me you'll be in. Till then. Chapter 50. Ep, nay certainly I ha heard the Ptolemy's pyramises are very goodly things, Without contradiction I ha heard that. Chapter 1000. Enas, Pompey a word. Pomp, say in mine ear what is't. Chapter 1000. N, forsake thy seat I do beseech thee, captain, and hear me speak a word. Pom, forbear me till anon. Whispers in's ear. This wine for Lepidus. Chapter 50. Ep, what manner o thing is your crocodile? Ant, it is shapt, sir, like itself, and it is as broad as it hath breadth. It is eas so high as it is, and muyus with it own organs. It lius by that which nourisheth it, and the elements once out of it, it transmigrates. Chapter 50. Ep, what color is it of? Ant, of it own color too. Chapter 50. Ep, 'tis a strange serpent. Ant, 'tis so, and the tears of it are wet. Chapter 100. Eyes will this description satisfy him. Ant, with the health that Pompey geus him, else he. Chapter 1. S a very epicure. Pomp, go hang sir hang, tell me of that, away. Chapter 500. Oh, as I bid you, where's this cup I called for? Chapter 1000. N, if for the sake of merit thou wilt hear me. Rise from thy stool. Pom, I think art mad, the matter. Chapter 1000. N, I haw you are held my cap off to thy fortunes. Pom, thou hast serrued me with much faith, what's else to say, be illy lords. Anth, these quicksands Lepidus. Keep off them for you sink. Chapter 1000. N, wilt thou be lord of all the world? Pom, what sayest thou? Chapter 1000. N, wilt thou be lord of the whole world? That's twice. Pom, how should that be? Chapter 1000. N, but entertain it, and though thou think me poor, I am the man will you thee all the world. Pom, hast thou drunk well? Chapter 1000. N, no Pompey I haw kept me from the cup. Thou art, if thou darst be, the earthly Io. Whate'er the ocean pales, or sky eclipse. Chapter 1. S thine if thou wilt hat. Pom, show me which way. Chapter 1000. N, these three world sharers, these competitors, are in thy vessel, let me cut the cable. And when we are put off, fall to their throats. All there is thine. Pom, this thou shouldst ha done. And not ha spoke on't, in me 'tis villainy. Chapter 1. And thee, had been good Cerois, thou must know. 'Tis not my profit that does lead mine honor. Chapter 1001. Ne honor it, repent that ere thy tongue hath so betrayed thine acti, being done vien known. Chapter 1. Should ha found it afterwards well done, but must condemn it now, desist and drink. Chapter 1000. N, for this I'll newer follow. Thy palled fortunes more. Who seeks and will not take, when once 'tis offered, shall newer find it more. Pom, this health to Lepidus. Ant, bear him ashore. Chapter 49. E pledge it for him Pompey. Eno, here's to the Minas. Chapter 1000. N, inobarbus welcome. Pom, fill till the cup be hid. Eno, there's a strong fellow Minas. Chapter 1000. N, why? Eno, a bears the third part of the world man, ceased. Not. Chapter 1000. N, the third part then he is drunk, would it were all that it might go on wheels. Eno, drink thou, increase the reels. Chapter 1000. N, come. Pom, this is not yet an Alexandrian feast. Ant, it ripens towards it, strike the vessel's hoa. Here's to Caesar. Chapter 100. Isar, I could well forbear't its monstrous labor, when I wash my brain, and it grow fouler. Ant, be a child oath time. Chapter 100. Isar, possess it I'll make answer, but I had rather fast from all 4 days, then drink so much in one. Enob, how my bra emperor shall we dance now? The Egyptian bacchanals, and celebrate our drink. Pom, let's hat good soldier. Ant, Come, let's all take hands, till that the conquering wine hath steeped our sense. Chapter 1. And soft and delicate Lethe. All take hands. Chapter 1000. Ake battery to our ears with the loud music. The while I'll place you, then the boy shall sing. The holding Uri man shall beat as loud as his strong sides can volley. Chapter 1000. Music plays, and Abarbus places them hand in hand. The song. Chapter 100. Thou monarch of the vine. Plumpy Bacchus with pink eyne. Chapter 1. In thy fats our cares be drowned. With thy grapes our hairs be crowned. Chapter 100. Up V's till the world go round. Chapter 100. Up V's till the world go round. Chapter 100. Isar, what would you more? Pompey, good night, good brother. Chapter 50. Let me request you of our grower business. Frowns at this luity, gentle lords, let's part. You see we ha burnt our cheeks, strong and abarb. Chapter 1. Weaker than the wine and mine own tongue. Spleets what it speaks, the wilder disguise hath almost. Antict V's all, what needs more words, good night. Good Antony, your hand. Palm, I'll try you on the shore. Anth, and shall Sir G use your hand. Palm, O Antony, you ha my father house. But what, we are friends. Chapter 100. Down into the boat. Take heed you fall not Minas, I'll not on shore. No to my cabin, these drums. These trumpets, flutes, what? Chapter 50. At Neptune here we bid a loud farewell. To these great fellows, sound and be hanged, sound out. Sound a flourish with drums. Ener, who says there's my cap. Chapter 1000. Ho, a noble captain come. Exeunt. Enter Ventidius as it were in triumph, the dead body of Pacorus borne before him. Chapter 5. Now darting Parthia art thou stroke, and now pleased fortune does of Marcus Crassus death. Chapter 1000. Acme Ruinger, bear the king's son's body. Before our army, thy Pacorus orades. Pays this for Marcus Crassus. Romain, noble Ventidius. Whilst, yet with Parthian blood thy sword is warm. The fugitive Parthians follow, spur through Media. Chapter 1000. Mesopotamia and the shelters weather. The rooted fly, so thy grand captain Antony shall set thee on triumphant chariots, and put garlands on thy head. Chapter 5. O Silius, Silius. Chapter 1. Hot and enough, a lower place note well. Chapter 1000. I make too great an act, for learn this Silius. Better to low viendone, than by our deed. Acquire too high a fame, when him we seruse away. Chapter 100. Isar and Antony, ha you are one. Chapter 1000. Or in their officer than person, Saucius. One of my place in Syria, his lieutenant. For quick accumulation of renown. Which he achieved byth minute, lost his four. Who does ith, wars more than his captain can. Becomes his captain's captain, an ambition. The soldier's virtue rather makes choice of loss than gain, which darkens him. Chapter 1. Could do more to do Anthonius good. But 'twould offend him, and in his offense should my performance perish. Rome, thou hast Ventidius that, without the which a soldier and his sword grants scarce distinction, thou wilt write to Antony. Chapter 5. I'll humbly signify what in his name. That magical word of war we ha affected. How with his banners, and his well-paid ranks. The near yet beaten horse of Parthia. We ha aided out oath field. Rome, where is he now? Chapter 5. He purposed to Athens, whither with what hast. The weight we must canoe with will permit. We shall appear before him, on there pass along. Exeunt. Enter Agrippa at one door, Inabarbus at another. Agri, what are the brothers parted? They ha dispatched with Pompey, he is gone. The other three are sealing. Octaia weeps. To part from Rome, Caesar is sad and lepidus. Since Pompey's feast, as Mina says, is troubled with the green sickness. Agri, 'tis a noble lepidus. Eno, a very fine one, oh how he loves Caesar. Agri, nay but how dearly he adores Mark Antony. Eno, Caesar, why he's the Eupiter of men. Ant, what's Anthony, the god of Eupiter? Eno, spake you of Caesar, how the non-peril. Agri, O Anthony, O thou Arabian bird. Eno, would you praise Caesar, say Caesar go no further. Agar, indeed he plied them both with excellent praises. Eno, but he lows Caesar best, yet he lows Anthony. Who, hearts, tongues, figure. Scribes, bards, poets cannot. Think, speak, cast, write, sing, number, who? His low to Anthony, but as for Caesar. Kneel down and wonder. Agri, both he lows. Eno, they are his shards and he their beetle so. This is to horse, adieu, noble Agrippa. Agri, good fortune, worthy soldier, and farewell. Enter Caesar, Anthony, Lepidus, and Octaia. Antho, no further, sir. Chapter 100, Isar, you take from me a great part of myself. Chapter 5, see me well in't, sister, prow such a wife. As my thoughts make thee, and as my farthest band, shall pass on thy approof, most noble Anthony. Chapter 50, at not the piece of virtue which is set betwixt viz, as the Simon of our low. To keep it builded, be the ram to batter the fortress of it, for better might we ha lewd without this mean, if on both parts this be not cherished. Ant, make me not offended in your distrust. Chapter 100, Isar, I ha said. Ant, you shall not find, though you be therein curious, the less cause. For what you seem to fear, so the gods keep you, and make the hearts of Romains sorrow your ends. We will here part. Chapter 100, Isar, farewell my dearest sister, fare thee well. The elements be kind to thee, and make thy spirits all of comfort, fare thee well. Octa, my noble brother. Anth, the April's in her eyes, it is Lau's spring, and these the showers to bring it on, be cheerful. Octa, sir, look well to my husband's house, and Chapter 100, Isar, what Octaia? Octa, I'll tell you in your ear. Ant, her tongue will not obey her heart, nor can her heart inform her tongue. The swan's down feather, that stands vipon the swell at the full of tide, and neither way inclines. Eno, will Caesar weep? Agar, he has a cloud in's face. Eno, he were the worse for that were he a horse, so is he being a man. Agri, why Anabarbus? When Anthony found Julius Caesar dead, he cried almost to roaring, and he wept. When at Philippi he found Brutus slain. Eno, that year indeed he was troubled with a rheum. What willingly he did confound, he wailed. Beliat till I weep too. Chapter 100, Isar, no sweet Octaia. You shall hear from me still, the time shall not outgo my thinking on you. Ant, come sir, come. Chapter 49, wrestle with you in my strength of Lao. Chapter 50, here I haw you, thus I let you go, and giu you to the gods. Chapter 100, Isar, adieu, be happy. Chapter 50, let all the number of the stars giu light to thy fair way. Chapter 100, Isar, farewell, farewell. Kisses Octaia. Ant, farewell. Trumpets sound, exeunt. Enter Cleopatra, Charmian, Eras, and Alexas. Chapter 150, Io, where is the fellow? Alex, half afeared to come. Chapter 150, Io, go to, come hither, sir. Enter the messenger, as before. Alex, good majesty, Herod of Eure dare not look. Chapter 5, Pawn you but when you are well pleased. Chapter 150, Io, that Herod's head I'll haw, but how, when? Antony is gone, through whom I might command it. Chapter 100, thou near. Chapter 1000, Ease, most gracious majesty. Chapter 150, Io, didst thou behold Octoia? Chapter 1000, Ease, I dread queen. Chapter 150, Io, where? Chapter 1000, Ease, Madam in Rome I looked her in the face, and saw her led between her brother and Mark Antony. Chapter 150, Io, is she as tall as me? Chapter 1000, Ease, she is not madam. Chapter 150, Io, didst hear her speak? Chapter 1, is she shrill-tongued or low? Chapter 1000, Ease, madam I heard her speak, she is low-voiced. Chapter 150, Io, that's not so good, he cannot like her long. Chapter 100, har like her, O Isis, 'tis impossible. Chapter 150, Io, I think so charmian, dull of tongue and dwarfish. What majesty is in her gait, remember. Chapter 1, ere thou look'st on majesty. Chapter 1000, Ease, she creeps, her motion and her station are as one. She shows a body, rather than a life. A statue, than a breather. Chapter 150, Io, is this certain? Chapter 1000, Ease, or I ha no observance. Chapter 100, Ha, 3 in Egypt cannot make better note. Chapter 150, Io, he's very knowing I do perceive it. There's nothing in her yet. The fellow has good judgment. Chapter 100, Har, excellent. Chapter 150, Io, guess at her years I prithee. Chapter 1000, madam she was a widow. Chapter 150, Io, widow, charmian hark. Chapter 1000, Ease, and I do think she's 30. Chapter 150, bear'st thou her face in mind, ist long around. Chapter 1000, round, ewen to faultiness. Chapter 150, Io, for the most part too they are foolish that are. So, her hair what color? Chapter 1000, brown madam, and her forehead as low as she would wish it. Chapter 150, Io, there's gold for thee. Thou must not take my former sharpness ill. Chapter 1, will employ thee back again, I find thee. Chapter 1000, ost fit for business, go make thee ready. Our letters are prepared. Chapter 100, Har, a proper man. Chapter 150, Io, indeed he is so, I repent me much. That's so I harried him, why methinks by him. This creature's no such thing. Chapter 100, Har, nothing madam. Chapter 150, Io, the man hath seen some majesty and should. No. Chapter 100, Har, hath he seen majesty, Isis else defend, and sorrowing you so long. Chapter 150, Iapa, I ha one thing more to ask him yet good Charmian, but 'tis no matter, thou shalt bring him to me where I will write, all may be well enough. Chapter 100, Har, I warrant you madam. Exeunt. Enter Antony and Octoia. Nay, Octoia, not only that. That were excusable, that and thousands more. Of semblable import, but he hath wagged. New wars 'gainst Pompey, made his will and read it. To public ear, spoke scantly of me, when perforce he could not. But pay me terms of honor, cold and sickly. He vented then most narrow measure, lent me. When the best hint was genuine him, he not tooked. Or did it from his teeth. Octoi, O my good lord. Believe not all, or if you must believe you. Stomach ye not all, a more vie unhappy lady. Chapter 1, this Dusian chance near stood between. Praying for both parts. The good gods will mock me presently. When I shall pray, O bless my lord and husband. Chapter 5, Indio that prayer by crying out as loud. Oh, bless my brother, husband win brother. Prays, and destroys the prayer no midway. Twixt these extremes at all. Aunt, gentle Octoya. Chapter 50. At your best loud draw to that point which seeks. Best to pursue it, if I loose mine honor. Chapter 1. Loose myself, better I were not yours. Then you're so branchless, but as you requested. Yourself shall go betweens, the meantime lady. Chapter 49. Erase the preparation of a war. Shall stain your brother, make your soonest hast. So your desires are yours. Oct, thanks to my lord. The eye of power make me most weak, most weak. Your reconciler, wars twixt you twain would be. As if the world should clow, and that slain men should solder VP the rift. Anth, when it appears to you where this begins, turn your displeasure that way, for our faults. Chapter 100. And newer be so equal that you're low. Chapter 100. And equally moo with them, proid you're going.